John, a magnificent victory, well done. Where do you begin in evaluating that one?
Well, it was an outstanding performance, and we've felt that that's been coming over the last month or so. People who look at the result, they'll see that there was 2 sending-offs, but make no mistake about it, we were outstanding when it was man v man, 11 v 11, and we were on the front foot, we were full throttle, and it was an outstanding performance, and I'm pleased for everybody involved. But it's, to pick 2 players out, it'd be Nicky Maynard with his hat-trick. Brilliant to see him go home with a match ball. His young family were here watching. He was blowing kisses to them over my shoulder. I thought it was to me initially, so I blew one back, but then I realised they were sat behind me. And of course, the icing on the cake was, Jimmy Knowles getting his first league goal, and how composed he looked when he came on and took that the penalty. And I'm chuffed to bits for him and all his family that are here today watching. And hopefully that'll be the first of many for him.
What pleased you most today?
The performance. It can be difficult when you play against 10 men, but they were down to 9, so there were a lot of spaces. We were trying to shift the ball at times. We could have shifted it quicker, but let's not take any negatives from today. It was a performance to be proud of. It was one that we felt was coming, and hopefully now we'll start transforming the doubters into believers. It ain't going to happen overnight. But that's something I'm passionate about doing, because you could feel it today when the crowd go up and they chant yellows like that. It gives you a real tingle down your spine, and we can be a force this season. But if we are going to be a force, it'll be together. The supporters, the players, the staff, the board, everybody here at Mansfield Town being involved together. So. I think it's important that we've got stability and consistency. When you look at up and down the English leagues in Europe, teams that are successful have that consistency. Chopping and changing isn't a good idea. So let's stick together. Let's change that doubt into belief, and let's go to Forest Green and do our best.
Just speaking a bit more about today's fantastic victory, John. Heading into this one, you changed the formation to a 4-4-2. How much of an impact, or how much did that change contribute into the performance and win?
Well, I think Oldham would have expected a back 3, so it might have took them by surprise slightly. But formations mean nothing unless you've got that spirit and drive. That's your foundation for any game. But it did have an impact. We had Macca and Otis in pockets, and our fullbacks going down the outside and combining and trying to get crosses in the box and trying to be creative. And I think the players that started the game did that. The players that came on continued that. And I think Oldham would be first to admit that they found it difficult to handle, even with 11.
You were 2-0 ahead at this point, and then Oldham had a double sending off within the space of a minute. What did you make of those decisions?
I'd have to see it back. I wasn't pleased with the tackle, the straight red. I think the second yellow was a second yellow. Of course, if a player's on a yellow and he commits a yellow card offence, he's going to be off the pitch. Bit of a bizarre situation. You don't often see that, but I think the referee handled it well, because it would have been easy maybe to kind of overlook one of the offences when he's got to play to the rules, and I think he did that.
What was your pick of the goals, John?
Oh, good question. Jimmy's. No. There were some great goals. I think Nicky Maynard showed his quality today, not only with his finishing, but some of his kind of one-touch play, some of his set-up play. For Dapo's goal, his assist, he picked up a brilliant position. They had a corner and he picked up a brilliant position in between defenders. An inexperienced player would be stood on the halfway line, twiddling his thumbs, where he picked up a pocket where he knew that if we cleared the ball and broke, he could be efficient and effective, and that proved to be the case, and it was a brilliant assist. And Mal Bennin is adamant that it was a shot on target. It took a slight deflection, so he's claiming his first goal of the season as well.
What does this victory do for you, and what does it do for the dressing room?
It backs up what the staff and I have been saying about what's needed to win football matches. It gives the players belief. It emphasises that if we play it to our potential and we give everything, first of all, be in the spirit and that kind of intensity and playing on the front foot, we'll be a match for anyone. And the players are still getting to know me. I'm getting to know the players. I haven't got the best out of the players thus far, but I think you know, Steve-O, that I'm going to give my all to make sure that we have a successful campaign, because this is a football club that I care about.
I do know that. Well done today, John.
Thank you.